Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and just a quick video really looking at the new PvE Co-op mode that's coming with the new update. And to get to this, either when you first log in, you can do it from the mode select screen there when you choose multiplayer, etc. Or obviously from your garage, you press circle to go to the mode select screen. You go down to Proving Grounds, and before you press X, now you actually have two options, and one of them is co-op, and you've got four maps. There's Muravanka Winter, I think it is, Thiepval Ridge, Heilbronn, and do you know, I can't think what the other one is. Nope, completely gone blank. But anyway, there's four of them. I think three of them are assault, attack, and one of them... Dukla Pass, that's it. And I think that one is possibly a defence. But essentially these are what they are. Now you can come in on your own. You can jump into a private party or a public one, or just join a random one. If you want to go in on your own, you basically just make a private party and start the match off. And if you do that, you'll get an AI teammate. I don't have an AI teammate. I have my lovely assistant, also known as my wife, in her T29. And is it a Comet down there? Yeah, the Comet is a third scout tank. So you always get a scout tank, which is controlled by the AI. And like I say, if you're going on your own, you'll get an AI teammate as well. Now, the AI is not too bad. You know, it's better than it has been in the Proving Grounds before. It's not bad. Still needs a little bit of work, but it's quite passable. And they're actually more challenging than I thought they were going to be. And they're just a bit of good fun. The good thing about the AI, though, is that they'll sort of do their own thing, but they will listen to you. So if you ping a map square, they'll move to that map square as long as there's no enemies in sight or located on the map, should I say. So you ping a map square and they will go to that location. You can also not only tell them to go to a particular location to check it out, you can also tell them to follow you. I think they will respond if you tell them to shoot at something as well. And I can't think what else there is. Oh, fall back. Yeah, they'll fall back as well if you tell them to. They're not always great at doing it, and they don't always take the best route, but it is, it's AI. You've got to give them a bit of leniency to be a bit thick every now and again. But it has had its problems. Like I say, the tougher. I'd say these. I found them more challenging than I thought they were going to be. I sort of went into them not. I don't want to say not taking it seriously in a bad way, but I just thought it was going to be a bit of fun. But yeah, they are more challenging than I thought they were going to be. So they basically pick and set the AI and the tanks you're going to be up against from the highest tier vehicle in your platoon. So we're in tier 7s. In this one, some tier 8s pop up in it. I think there's an IS-3. I don't know if there would have been any tier 9s or anything like that, but I think one of them, we had another go on the Muravanka one, and we were both in tier 7s. I was in the Oni, yeah, the Oni, the Japanese tier 7 super heavy, and my wife, I think, was in possibly the T29 again. And there was a tier 9 in there. There was the AMX 5120, is it, the tier 9 heavy. So, if you're in tier 7, it would sort of kind of puts you in with similar matchmaking tanks that you would see in a normal random battle. But yeah, it did get a little bit challenging. And we sort of, I don't know, like I say, we weren't really playing it as we would a normal random battle. Because you're against AI, you just think, yeah, it'll be alright, the AI, they're thick. But yeah, we kind of got into a position where Arty was coming down on us, as well as a couple of other tanks, and they just whittled us down. Now, we lost money on this one. I did fire a hell of a lot of shells, and don't worry about running out of ammunition. You do have, you can see the large marker on the radar there. That's actually a spanner, I think it is. Yeah, it doesn't look much like one, or a wrench, depending on which part of the world you're from. and you drive through it and it will repair your tank. Now once you've done it, it does come back after a few seconds, so it's not just as though one of you can do it and you've got to argue over who needs it more. It does come back after a few seconds. There are ammo refills as well. There is a ammo refill, should I say, and that actually pops up in the town on Heilbronn. I don't know if it's the same place each time, if it's a set location, or if it's if it's sort of random. I don't know. I've not been on Heilbronn more than once, but I think it seems to pop up in the same place on Muir of Anchor, so it probably is a set location. But there's a lot of people that might not have noticed this. Not many people go into the proving grounds, so I just thought I'd do a little quick video just showing off part of it, giving you a bit of a description of it, and just seeing if anybody is actually finding it challenging that's had a go at it, or whether it's just me being shit. And if it's not me being shit, to see if anybody whether there'd be any call for me to do a video trying to give a few tips on how to do these PvE modes. If nobody's bothered, there's not much point in me doing a video about it. I'd just be sort of wasting my time and you guys' time watching it, I suppose. But yeah, it's it's a bit of fun. It's something different as well, which is nice. It's just something else to go and do. But what I was saying earlier about firing a lot of shots, as not just running out of ammunition, but also this actually ended up costing me this round. I think it was about 8,000 silver it cost me. Now that's not a lot. I could make that back in a standard battle very, very easily. But if you play a few of these, that will add up slightly. And if you're playing them one after the other, and you're firing a lot of rounds, you could end up losing a bit of money on it. However, having said that, we did die in this one, so that could have something to do with it. And the other ones we did, I went in the Oni, and that was a little bit later on, probably a couple of hours after this one. We did this one, went and did some normal matches, and then went back into it. And on that one, we did actually make a little bit of money. Not a lot, it was only 3,000, but we didn't lose it. But then again, with the Oni, you can do a lot more damage by firing less shells, so whether that's got anything to do with it. But I think I went in the Oni, then I went in the FCM Pack 36 to try and out-spot them, because again we died in the Oni, just got surrounded a little bit, and then Artie managed to hit me and give me a good smack. And yeah, so I went in the FCM 36 Pack 40. Didn't lose any money in that, actually just made a little bit in that, and had a go at it in the T127 as well, Russian tier 3 light tank, and made money in that one as well. Now again, whether that's, and I did fire a hell of a lot of shells in that, whether that's down to those shells being cheaper, I don't know. But I think it's something that could do with possibly looking at, and I have mentioned it. Somebody at Wargaming just saying about the earning, it doesn't have to be a lot, just so you don't lose money on it. I'd be happy with that, at least if you break even, I'd be happy, because it is just a bit of fun. And like I say, it's a bit of something different to do every now and again, instead of going into random battles all the time if you're getting a bit fed up, or you just want to have a bit of a practice at sort of some of the modes, or you've got a new tank and you want to have a bit of a practice in it. This might be a good way to do it, because it's not going to affect your stats. If that's something that you don't want to do, you don't want to damage various stats, or you don't want to do this or whatever, this might be something to come and practice in, because you do get to come up against a varied group of tanks. And the other side of it is that with it being AI, it's constant, if you see what I mean. It's the AI sort of behave constantly and predictably, not in a bad way. You saw that Firefly earlier on, where it was just popping backwards and forwards from behind the building, but that's what I mean. They're not going to do anything unexpected, so you can just try things out in a tank. If you're not sure if it can do this, you can try it out, because that the AI is just going to do a certain thing. They're not going to do something unexpected. But yeah, that's where it just got a bit bad for us. We both managed to get the repair, but unfortunately the IS-3 managed to take out my wife, because Artie had been at her again after being repaired before I managed to kill him. And yeah, the combination of the IS-3 and the Cromwell was just a bit too much for both of us. And yeah, it's not long before I join her. Managed to get rid of the Cromwell first, though. And again, you know, we weren't expecting the sort of level of resistance, I suppose, and we weren't as cautious as we normally would have been, you know, if we were in a standard battle. But I think from now on, when we have another go at this, I think we will play it a bit more cautiously and treat these higher tiered ones with a little bit more respect. It seems to be the higher the tier, the harder the difficulty of the AI. Whether that's true or not, I'm not too sure. But certainly when I was in the FCM Pack 36, we had some major trouble with our AI scout. I just couldn't get him to move. He went and sat in a square and I kept pinging the map and he was saying affirmative, but just wouldn't move. And I think you might have to move a certain distance first before they'll set off or actually start, you know, listening to your map commands. And when I told him to fall back, he just didn't. It's like he wouldn't, because he was sort of engaging an enemy and wouldn't fall back, and he ended up getting killed. Well, there you go. A quick look at the well, at the PvE, which is player versus environment, or AI, co-op mode. And if you'd like to see a bit more of that, or if you'd like me to try and put together a few tips or anything like that, just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, that's probably the last you're going to see of that in a video from me. And I think that's about it. So there's well, I don't know which I'm going to upload first, whether it's going to be this or the What's in My Garage Part 3, but a couple of sort of shortish videos tonight. And I did say my What's in the Garage that I've not been feeling too good over the weekend, and almost didn't put a video up Saturday, just been feeling quite off it over the weekend. Not entirely sure what it was, just a bit of a temperature, and just felt very quite ill. So yeah, that's why there was no video last night, so sorry about that, but hopefully everything should be back to normal for the rest of the week. So I'll be back tomorrow with another video for you, hopefully a T25 Vengeance review, fingers crossed. So until then, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.